Ay, 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 ugayam, galayaman, ugayam, galayaman.
There are 110 indigenous groups in the Philippines, each having its own culture, history, traditional knowledge, and skills. Their identity and survival are inextricably linked to the land. Their spiritual, economic, and social lives are all deeply rooted in their ancestral homeland. Despite the wealth of natural resources, the right to own and control this property is frequently overlooked. IPs in our country experience a high rate of vulnerable employment, and many are still excluded from the country's overall employment. Let's take a look at the lives and difficulties of the Philippine indigenous people in this video to raise awareness and to be aware of their situation and life story today. Most indigenous people in our country live in the highlands and along the banks of the river, without power or modern technology, only natural resources that would assist them in their daily lives. A Lumad member stated in an interview that land is their life. They cannot live without the land that their ancestors gave them.
Talaga sa amin sapagkat ito yung bigay sa amin ni Apo na Malyari sa aming mga ninuno na siya naming minana. At ang lupa, sabi nga namin o sabi nga ng mga matatanda na ibinahagi sa amin ay ang lupa ay buhay. Kaya napakahalaga ang lupa sapagkat yan ang aming buhay. Kapag inihiwalay mo ang katutubo sa lupa, siya ay mamamatay.
The land is the most important assets of the IPs. Most of them establish their homes in forest areas, and they depend on the natural resources that surround them, as it supplies their daily needs. Gathering of forest products, hunting, fishing, and establishment of small gardens are the types of livelihood. Land is a part of indigenous people. That is why some indigenous Filipinos risk their lives to defend their land.
Time for Focus next, and today we bring you a report from the Philippines, the deadliest country in the world for land rights and environmental activists last year. According to Pan Asia Pacific, 61 deaths were reported, and many were related to conflicts over mining and agribusiness. This is allowing the military to target land defenders, in particular indigenous Lumads.
If we are going to search in Google the struggles of indigenous peoples in the Philippines, the first that you will see is discrimination. There is a research that shows that indigenous people in the Philippines have long been suffering from discriminations and lack of access to education.
Ang karanasan na ito, yung mahal ba o ano, kaya kailangan namin magkaroon ng isang paaralan na kung saan magmumulat sa aming mga mata na angkop sa kultura natin at hindi binabaliwala at nirerespeto ang mga katutubong mangyan.
The only thing that we need to do to the indigenous people is to help and respect them. Do not take away their land as they are living peacefully. Let's appreciate them because they are the guardians of water and soil. If we apply our greatness to their land and take advantage to the people and their communities, then as well we lose our culture and tradition. They are the living proof that Filipinos are unique. They are the living ancestors of the Philippines. When we have different faiths, languages, and cultures, but we just require one: respect. Respect each other. We should be a catalyst for change in promoting respect among others and start to help those who are in need, especially the indigenous people, for the betterment of our community. I am John Fulmer, and this is the end of my documentation on bringing awareness of the indigenous people in the Philippines. Let me leave this quote saying, we should have love to achieve one nation.
Hubarin ang takot sa iyong damdamin, ipamalas ang angking galing. Tumayong buong tapang, harapin ang buhay, akapin ang tagumpay. Tulungan ang